Welcome back to the channel. Chad Bailey here, SizeMatters Fishing. Today, I want to talk a little bit about flathead tactics. And I've got 4 tips here that will help you put more fish in the boat. So tip number 1 is bait. This is one of the most important ones, obviously. Without bait, you're not going to catch any fish. So my best suggestion is to learn what bait fish is prevalent in your body of water and use that. Now, I know as you go up north, Tennessee River, Mississippi River, it's, Ohio River, it seems like skipjack, gizzard shad are very prevalent. A lot of people catch their flatheads on that type of bait. So typically a lot of cut bait or a big live gizzard shad. But here in Florida, it seems like some type of panfish or bluegill is the #1 source of food for the flatheads. So that's what I do. I go out legally. I can have 50 bluegill for one person. That's what I go out and catch right here. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna do a little flathead fishing today, but first we gotta catch some bait. Let's see if we can get a few. Okay, guys, so tip number 2 brings me to the location and areas that you're fishing. Now, this is pretty broad, obviously, but what I'm talking about is regionally. If you are going fishing and you're targeting flatheads, make sure there's flatheads in that body of water. There are 2 rivers near my house. One river's a little bigger. One river is substantially smaller. The smaller river has flatheads in it, but you have to fish really hard to catch 2 or 3 per night in that specific body of water. Now, if you go to the bigger body of water, we commonly catch 20 and 30 flatheads in a night. Therefore, I'm going to target the area that I know has more flatheads. So try to match up the time of the year and where you're fishing, and make sure that you're targeting those flatheads in areas, and I mean regionally, that they'll actually be at. So don't go out saltwater fishing to the beach looking for a flathead. Gonna be tough, okay? So what I did to start this specific trip was I knew that our local rivers were low. When the river gets low, the water gets very stagnant at the top of the river. And I really like to go down on the lower end of the river. There's a little bit more current down there. It bottlenecks down. It's just a little deeper. There's better structure. And this time of the year, that's where I'm going to catch my flathead. That didn't take long. First flathead of the night. We ain't even hardly got set here. I just pulled up this spot. Don't bite. Ooh. There's second fish of the night. They're going back. Somebody else can catch them. Tip number 3 is probably going to be a little bit more controversial. And this boils down to structure. Now, anywhere you go, there are different types of structure. So that being said, like, don't get caught up on this as far as which one. Just make sure you're targeting one of them. So what I mean by that is you go in certain rivers and they may primarily have big rock ledges. You may have cutout banks that are really steep with jagged rocks in them or big boulders. That's a great place to catch flatheads. Or, you know, you just have some that have step downs, these step down ledges, you know, and you may have one ledge that's close to the bank and one ledge may be further out, and then one ledge may be in the middle of the river, you know, kind of stair steps. Those are good. Docks, you know, wooden docks, big metal docks, you know, areas that have barge traffic where you have these big barge pilings and whatnot, or wing dikes are a good thing. Sunken boats, sunken barges, you know, sunken bridges. Those are really good pieces of structure to target your flatheads on. But my number one piece of structure in our rivers are fallen trees and underwater log jams. Our river is littered with tree after tree after tree, and it's very easy to find a tree or a log jam to fish. So that's what I do, and I'll show you a screenshot right here of kind of what I'm looking for underwater. I could not see this above the water, but I had to rely on my sonar. But you could also look at a big tree that you physically see, and you know that those fish are going to be laid under it. So no matter what your structure is, just find structure something different and fish as close to it as you can. All right, so tonight we are targeting flatheads. Caught a lot of bait, as many as I'm allowed to have. And we're at the first spot right now, and we've put 4 flatheads in the boat already and been here for about 20 minutes. So we've already changed shirts once, about sweated through this one. It's hot, got a lot of bugs out here, but the bite is on fire. I'm fishing heavy structure, heavy wood structure, and I'll put a photo up of essentially what I'm fishing right here. There's another little guy. Maybe catch me one more, little buddy. Okay, guys, now that we know that we got to have our bait, we got to be fishing areas that hold flatheads, then we got to really isolate that down to the specific piece of structure on that body of water that holds flatheads. That brings us to number 4. And number 4 is to move and to work. Now, when I say that, I mean if you throw your rods out and you're not getting bites, 15, 20 minutes, reel them up and go find you a new piece of structure. Now, I don't mean reel up and go to another river or another lake. I mean just keep moving along that riverbank, hitting the next tree, the next bridge, the next piling, the next log jam, the next boat. Keep moving. Give yourself 10, 15, 20 minutes. And if you're not getting bites and you're not putting fish in the boat, unclip, pull your anchor, and go. Now, this is going to, it gets tough. You get tired, you get frustrated, you're throwing rods out, you're reeling rods in, but that's why we have extra bait, because we know we're beating them up because we're moving. We're constantly moving. So don't get frustrated. Be willing to move, willing to put in the work and to try these other places. And I promise you that you will see the numbers of fish that you put in the boat go up. Like I said, guys, these are my 4 key things that I do on every single trip. And we can break this down into many, many subtopics. But if you just do those 4 things and think about those 4 things every trip, you will find yourself putting more flatheads in the boat. So, a few things that you need to know about flathead fishing. When you do it right, it becomes pure work. I'm fishing 4 rods right now and really need to cut down to 2. As soon as I set this stuff up, I'm typically getting bites. I think I got one there. I do. And we re-rig again. I'm not sure just how many times I broke off tonight, but I've been out here for about 2 hours, and I would say that I've easily retied 10 broken leaders. Let's go catch a fish. We have not caught a big fish at all today. This one feels like he might be the best one of the day. Although I still don't think we're getting the net out. Nice fish though. Well, out of all the fish we've caught tonight, that's about the best one. Caught a pile of fish. I think this is number 19, but a 19 flathead, but still small. Here's another fish. I'm wore out. Another little fish. Number 20 on the night. There it is. Number 20. We catch them all till we catch them all. Get another. So if I could give you any advice on, if I could give you any specific advice on flathead fishing, I would say that is don't be afraid to work hard. Move frequently, rebait, catch you plenty of bait. Keep fresh bait on there. If your bait gets hit, reel it in, throw it back out. So keep your fresh bait, keep working, keep moving. I used to fish 8, 10, 12 rods at a time. Now, I pretty much just fish 4. I've pretty much fished 4 rods all night long. And I like that. Now, I'm by myself, so 4 is about as many as I can handle here. But I like to, it only takes me just a second, reel them in, rebait, and get out of here, go somewhere else. So, don't be afraid to work, move, put in the work and the time and the effort, and it will pay off for you. I said that was flathead number 20. We caught a handful of blues earlier before it got dark, before we actually started flathead fishing. We caught some on skipjack. So there you have it. To put numbers of flatheads in the boat, you gotta work, you gotta move. All right, folks, I am packing it in. I think I caught 20 or 21 flatheads tonight. Caught a few blues before it got dark and caught our limit and 50 brim. Fished them up, but anyways, we're almost back to the boat ramp. Hey, if you made it this far, I appreciate everybody watching. Guys, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Leave us a comment to let us know that you do like these videos, and we'll put out more. Or if you have a specific topic that you would like me to talk about, leave a comment and let us know. We'll find some answers. If I don't know them, I'll find somebody that does, and we'll bring those to you right here on Size Matters Fishing. Appreciate y'all.
Hit that thumbs up button. It is right there on the top.